evening. Today is Thursday, April 17th, and we're at the Charter Oak Governing Board meeting. It's 6:40. Thank you all for being here. And with roll call, all the board members are here, with the exception of Mrs. Flores, who is at her son's golf banquet. She was here for part of a closed session but had to leave. And with that being said, reported action items taken during closed session. Public in closed session, the board approved a settlement agreement with former employee number SC 242502. The agreement includes full and complete waivers of all potential claims against the district in exchange for medical payments. The roll call vote was 4 yeses, Greg Peterson, yes, Jeanette Flores was absent, Dr. Aguilar, yes, Mr. McGuire, yes, and Mr. Rose, yes. The motion was by Mr. McGuire and seconded by Dr. Aguilar. Second item in closed session, public employee discipline. Well, let me go down. In closed session, the board approved an unpaid suspension agreement between the district and classified employee number DC 242505. Motion was by Dr. Aguilar, second by Mrs. McGuire. The roll call vote was 4 ayes, and Mrs. Flores was absent. And I'll turn it over to Dr. Kim.
Thank you, President Peterson. Tonight, we have an opportunity to hear from awardees as well as a special recognition from our Pledge of Allegiance from Royal Oak Middle School. So if I can call up Principal Dr. Jen Powell to introduce her guests.
Good evening, President Peterson, Board of Trustees, Dr. Kim, and Cabinet, and our esteemed guests and colleagues. It is my pleasure to introduce Lila Peterson, who will be leading our flag salute today. Lila, can you come up? Lila has consistently been a straight A student throughout her time at Royal Oak, earning straight O's in citizenship as well. While her academic achievements are impressive, it's her character, both as a student and a person, that truly stands out. Lila is known for her kindness and positive energy on campus. As an active member of the ASB, she serves her school with enthusiasm, always looking for new ways to make a difference. She aspires to become a teacher one day, and it's clear she's already well on her way with her incredible work ethic and compassion. Lila's contributions extend beyond our school. She's also involved in the high school theater, working behind the scenes to help with performances. In our drama program, she recently performed in Shrek and will be starring in both Matilda and In the Heights this summer. We are so proud of Lila and excited to have her lead us in the flag salute today. Thank you, Lila.
Please stand. Face the flag. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, ready? I'm your photographer today. Ready? 1, 2, 3. You want to take pictures? I think it's clean. Oh. Okay, I got you. Thank you.
Bring anybody special today?
All right, and Dr. Powell, you have some special board awards tonight, a superstar student, as well as a partner in education.
I absolutely do. It is my honor today to introduce someone who truly embodies the spirit of excellence, both inside and outside the classroom. Royal Oak's very own Ezra Rios. Will you come join me? Congratulations. Ezra has consistently demonstrated academic excellence, maintaining straight A's throughout his time at Royal Oak. That alone is an impressive accomplishment, but it's really his well-roundedness that sets him apart. Not only is he a standout student, but he's a talented artist. Ezra is a proud member of our chamber choir, where he brings both his passion for singing and dancing. He also enjoys the social side of our school, often participating in after-school hangouts, where he connects with his peers and just brings joy to everyone around him. Teachers know Ezra is a hardworking individual who consistently goes above and beyond. His dedication to his goals, are matched only by his kindness and warm personality. He's the kind of student that brightens up any room, spreading positivity wherever he goes. Outside of school, Ezra enjoys unwinding with his favorite TV shows, reading, particularly Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and pursuing his love of swimming and photography. But above all, Ezra values his family, who are a constant source of support and inspiration. Looking ahead, Ezra has big dreams. He aspires to earn a scholarship to attend either MIT or Harvard. And with his determination and talent, there's no doubt he's on the path to great success. Ezra, we are incredibly proud of your accomplishments and excited for all that lies ahead of you. Congratulations on being named Royal Oak Star Student. Your future is as bright as your spirit, and we are honored to have you represent us. You sit with me. Come on, John Boy.
Hold on, I'm waiting for everybody to. There we go. Ready? There we go. Ready? 1, 2, and 3.
Now, our community partner unfortunately fell ill today and he's unable to make it, but I did want to mention we chose Coach Guy Thomas for all that he put into not only our students, but the students throughout the district, all his time and energy. Do you want me to read my prepared or just, okay. So I am incredibly proud to recognize Coach Guy Thomas as our esteemed community partner tonight. The funniest thing, when I first called Coach to share the news, the first word out of his mouth were, "What have I done to deserve this?" After explaining a bit what I felt, his response was typical of his humility. "Oh no, that's no more than anyone else would do." We agreed to disagree on that point, and well, I was going to say, I'm happy to say he confirmed he'd be here tonight. But let me share why Royal Oak is so profoundly grateful to Coach Guy. Not only has he successfully mentored and led our 8th grade boys basketball team, a team that finished the season with only 1 loss, and it kind of wasn't fair, that last one, I'm just going to say. But we had the absence of a key player. No excuses. But it's the connections he builds, the mentorship he provides, and the dedication he demonstrates to his players that truly set him apart. The success on the court doesn't happen by accident. Coach Guy's leadership fosters a sense of unity and teamwork that goes beyond the game itself. He's not just a coach, he's a guide and a mentor to players, both as individuals, both on and off the court. Coach Guy continually reminds students the importance of being student athletes. Students always come first. He's served as March Madness coach, identifying talent and building rapport with parents long before the players walk through our doors. His commitment to the team extends well beyond the season. He works tirelessly with his players during the summer, afternoons. He hosts the dinners at the end of the season, but he prepares our kids for the transition from elementary to middle and middle to high school. And it's all because he cares about our kids so much. To say he's made a difference in the lives of our students is an understatement. We are so incredibly fortunate to have him and are deeply grateful for the positive difference he makes every day.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. That'll take us to our next board award is the COEF March Madness Champions. March Madness, when I was on the board, the COEF board, I was one of the ones who helped develop the program. And it's fun to watch every year how over and over the participation the kids have and how they, encourage their peers. And I think it's a fantastic way for us to show pride in our district. So I want to say thank you to COEF for that. And Dr. Kim?
Thank you, Mr. Peterson. We have here Connie Monroe, the proud principal of the championship award-winning team from Badillo Elementary, to introduce her recognees. And we'll have also the Ed Foundation here, representatives of them, who are going to present the perpetual plaque. So please, Connie.
All right, let's give it up for our March Madness champions, Badillo. Come on up. So this wasn't just a win, it was legendary. The Badillo team played with heart, unity, and unstoppable teamwork, showing what true Panther pride looks like. A huge thanks to coaches Greg Pilato, AKA school psychologist, and our parent volunteer coach Val. Come on up, Coach Val. And as you can see, we have some of our members here. We have a lot of kiddos that are in sports, so they're not able to be here tonight. But we have not only our basketball kiddos, but we also had a cheerleading squad. So please give them a great big round of applause. We thank our coaches for the dream team behind the scene, for their dedication and passion. So thank you, coaches. Also, the victory was a full community effort. We had seasoned players, first-time players, cheerleaders, and fans from every grade, and even some alum over there at Royal Oak cheering us on, filling the gym with energy. A special thanks to the Charter Oak Educational Foundation, especially Jane Bach and our district representatives, Eric Martinez and Bob Lind, for making the unforgettable tournament possible. So Badillo didn't just take the title, they made March Madness history. Thank you. Give them a great big round of applause. I'm going to have Coach Pilato read off their names. Also the teachers, we have both of our sixth grade teachers.
All right, before I read off the names, I just want to say how much of I'm a school psychologist and I enjoy what I do, but there's nothing better in my whole school year than coaching our kids. It's probably my favorite part of every year. That's why I keep doing it. These kids, some of them never played basketball, but the way they all came together, became a team, and that's what really led us to victory. They trusted each other. We had our cheerleaders in full force. I think we started a whole cheerleading trend. And it was a whole school event. Everyone was talking about it before the March Madness, after, and right now the fifth graders are coming up asking, how do I get on the team? And they're starting practicing every day. So we took home the title, and we're going to keep it there. Coach Val, do you have anything? All right. I definitely want to appreciate Coach Val. I used to do this by myself, and he offered to help. He doesn't have a kid in sixth grade. He's just a parent of a fifth grader and a third grader, and he came out every day giving full support. I couldn't do this without him, so thank you. All right, so for the names, Jacob Aceves, who's at baseball practice. Isaiah Lemus, who had that nice turnaround jumper at the end to seal the deal. Preston Thomas, also at baseball. Jaden Pena, Max Garcia here in the front, which is our three-point shooter, and made the best play of the game with that one block. So proud of him. The fastest girl, always gave our heart, our big defensive monster right there. Jake Esteves, Ronnie Salcido, Nico Joyner, Franco Fernandez, Ethan Benavides, Aaron Chavez, right there in the back, who always gave his full 100% every time he got on the court, and Xavier Bustamante. And for our cheerleaders, Kennedy Saldana, Lauren Anderson, he's here, Lauren Chung, Emma Antonado, Faith Larga Espada, Amanda Tellez, Olivia Brito, and Shayera Sanchez. Thank you for everyone who came to support. This is probably the best thing in our whole school year. So, thank you.
You guys ready? Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, and 3.
You guys, you don't have to stay for the rest of the meeting.
All right, our next presentation is Assemblywoman Rubio's Woman of the Year recipients. And I'd like to thank Assemblywoman Blanca Rubio's office for their advocacy of schools and for recognizing 2 remarkable women from Charter Oak Unified. Danny?
All right, this is a special recognition from our local legislator, and she has an opportunity to recognize 5 women, extraordinary women in her entire district that she represents. And what is even more neat for our school district is that 2 of those individuals came right here from Charter Oak Unified. And so we thought it would be neat that if we had a special introduction of them, and we'll invite a couple guests. We also have here from Assemblywoman Rubio's office, I believe Representative Wendy Saavedra is here as well. So I wanted to acknowledge that. So first, we'd like to call up Maria Thompson to introduce Roxana Figueroa.
All right. All right, thank you, everyone. Well, as you know, this woman is near and dear to me and my heart. It is with great pride that we recognize Roxana Emperatriz Figueroa, a remarkable individual whose more than 30 years of selfless service have left an indelible mark on the Charter Oak Unified School District and the greater Covina and Glendora communities. San Dimas too. Nominated as the 48th Assembly District 2025 Woman of the Year, Roxana began her journey as a parent volunteer at Willow Elementary School and has since become a vital presence across our schools as a language development assistant and trusted community liaison. She is known not only for her work with students and families navigating language and cultural barriers, but also for her tireless efforts to meet basic needs, providing food, clothing, shelter, and support in times of crisis. Her involvement in faith-based ministries and local organizations, including the Rotary Clubs and AAUW, reflects her deep commitment to uplifting others. Roxana truly embodies the belief that kindness is powerful and continues to be a source of strength, inspiration, and unconditional love for all who know her. So congratulations, Roxana Figueroa. Come on up.
That's my son, my screensaver. Can I invite my students and my family as well? Yes. Come on, lady. Jackson boys. I just love them. He goes camping with us. He's such a good guy. He gets to service. We just went up to Washington State for and then back down on a road trip. He was scared all the time, but I put him in his little crate. I just treat him like a big dog. Yes, ma'am. All right.
Don't worry, I can my whole seat. More than that. Everybody say cheese. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Everybody smile?
It just takes me out of my daily life.
Thank you, everybody.
All right, folks. Congratulations again, Roxana. Congratulations again. We now have our second woman that was distinguished, recognized this year, and she was actually recognized as the Distinguished Woman of the Year in Assemblywoman Rubio's district she services. Not only did she was recognized locally, she was also recognized at the state capitol last month. So what an incredible accomplishment. And here's the surprise. She is a 12th grade student right here at Charter Oak High School. So I'm gonna invite up the principal of Charter Oak High School, Mr. Dalt, to say some thoughtful words for Miss Caitlin McGuire.
All right, this one's near and dear to my heart, so I love this one. Good evening, President Peterson, Board of Trustees, Dr. Kim, and Executive Cabinet. As always, I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity to brag about another amazing Charter Oak student. So at this time, I'd like to call up Caitlin McGuire. All right, so just like Roxana, Caitlin has also been named as a 2024 California Woman of the Year for the 48th Assembly District by Assemblywoman Blanca Rubio. This prestigious award honors extraordinary women in California, and Caitlin is particularly remarkable as the youngest recipient of this honor in the state. Yep. Currently a senior at Charter Oak High School, Caitlin has demonstrated exceptional leadership as captain of the ladies varsity tennis team, founder of the debate club, and president of the Black Student Union, while also serving on the San Gabriel Valley YWCA Student Advisory Board. Caitlin's dedication to community service and leadership extends beyond her school, as evidenced by her participation in Assemblywoman Rubio's Young Legislature program and various volunteer efforts. She has completed significant training programs, including the Women's Foundation of California Summer Leadership Institute, and aims to major in political science at Sacramento State University this fall. Caitlin is truly a shining example of leadership, commitment, and the spirit of positive change in our community. Congratulations, Caitlin.
Thank you.
I would love to. I will do cartwheels.
See everybody. All right, ready? 1, 2, and 3. All right, who else?
All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to item number 9, the student representative report. We'll start with Ms. Valentine.
Hello. First, I have the Royal Oak highlight. Dr. Powell is excited to share some of the great things Royal Oak has done this year to ensure all students feel like they belong and are supported. One big goal this year was to create a space for every student to find where they fit in. They've always had activities like basketball, soccer, or just tossing a football around during lunch. Plus, the library has had a reputation for an excellent spot for chess, foosball, or just hanging out with friends. But then they realized that some students still struggled to find something that worked for them. To help with that, we partnered with Just Us for Youth in the first semester. And they led activities like Jenga, sack races, or even just dancing to music. A lot of students really enjoyed that. But we also noticed that there were some students that needed more quieter spaces. So this semester, we opened the wellness room. It has been a huge hit with students who just want to relax, draw, or play quiet games. It has also been a great place for staff to check in with students who might be having a rough day or just need to hang out in a calm space. It has been amazing to see how students have been using the wellness room to recharge and build connections. Lunch and the social time that comes are super important for middle school students. So these changes are really making a difference in helping everyone find a spot at Royal Oak. Sorry.
Another big area we've worked on this year is counseling. Our counselors are doing a lot to meet the emotional needs of students, and they're focused on 3 key things: SEL lessons. Every Monday, homeroom teachers share SEL slides helping us work on things like self-awareness and relationship skills. Student success talks. Every 6 weeks, counselors meet with each student during PE classes to teach lessons focused on themselves, on themes such as social awareness, self-management, and relationship skills. This Friday, they have their 5th success talk about responsibilities, decision-making, and then they'll wrap up the year with a lesson on mental health. Tier 2 group sessions. The past grading period, the counselors started a group for female students to help build self-esteem. It's been really helpful to have a space where students can learn how to feel confident and support each other. It's clear that Royal Oak is putting a lot of effort into ensuring students' health and well-being and building strong connections at school. They are really proud of what they've done this year. I'm excited to see how they continue to grow.
And here is my board report. So good evening, Mr. President Peterson and Board of Trustees, Dr. Kim and Executive Cabinet. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share all the amazing things that are happening at CO. So our spring break took place from March 30th through April 6th, and we returned to campus on April 7th. On April 9th, Charter Oak High School hosted our annual spring rally, and for the first time ever, the junior class took home first place by dominating games. And that evening, we also announced our prom court nominees. And congrats and shout out to Caitlin McGuire, who is officially on prom court. The grading period ended on April 11th, which means that we are now in the final stretch before summer break. On April 11th as well, 3 outstanding student athletes signed and committed to play their respected sports and their selected universities. Christian Murph signed for Claremont McKenna College, Mitchell signed for Wittenberg University, Molly Gelino signed for Aurora University. And a huge congratulations to Mr. Higuera, who was awarded a prestigious scholarship. On April 14th, he took our IB senior students on an enriching field trip to the Norton Simon Library in Pasadena. From April 14th through April 21st, Charter Oak Community Scholarship Foundation is holding interviews for students. Recipients will receive scholarships ranging from $500 up to $2,000. Yesterday, we had 2 exciting events on campus, which was our Club Food Day and our annual auto car show. And here is my spring sports update. Boys baseball is 8-8, and they are 3-0 in league competition. Boys tennis is 0-1. Girls softball is 9-0 overall, and 3-0 in league competition. And here are my final upcoming events. Our prom is on April 26th, and the theme is Enchanted Garden. Next week, Charter Oak Theater Department presents their spring musical Newsies and will be showing on April 24th, April 25th, May 1st through 2nd. Purchase your tickets now because they are selling out really fast. Thank you, and that concludes my report.
Thank you, Azuri. Logan, you're up, sir.
Good evening, Mr. President and members of the board. Here's my report for tonight. Advisory Day. Our last advisory day of the school year is on April 23rd. Students receiving a Green Report card or Tier 1 attendance will earn a water day and barbecue celebration. Students will complete in different activities with water elements. It should be a fun day. Spirit Week. Our last Spirit Week is next week. The themes are Pajama Day, Anything But a Backpack Day, Twin Day, Throwback Day, and Dress as Your Type Day. Prizes will be given each day. Grad Night. Arrow High School is going to Grad Night at Disney's California Adventure. This is the first time Arrow has a Grad Night, so it is very exciting. Oakland students will be joining too. Grad Night will be on Friday, May 9th. Sunflower Spectacular. Arrow's open house had a spectacular turnout. Families and students enjoyed the art showcase and unveiling of our Family Resource Center. Parents also had the opportunity to conference with teachers about their child's progress. Model School Gala. Next Saturday, April 26th, is the Model School Gala in San Diego. The Model School Award will be presented to Arrow High School that night. Thank you for letting me give my report tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Logan. And with that, it might be a good time if you want to leave, you can leave, who have been here for the awards. We won't be offended. Have a good night. Congratulations. All right, we'll go to the ROP report, Mr. Rose.
Just recently, our walking team members visited the campus and also done virtually meetings with staff, members, administrators, and it looked really good, and that, yes, we have a lot of business recently, that reports coming up for the next. I'm hoping that the lot business is good, and the LP is in good shape financially, and the teachers are doing a good job. Looking forward to getting the report soon. And then I have a meeting next Thursday to attend at 7 o'clock. I'm sorry, I'm 5 o'clock. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Rose. And we'll go to the superintendent report, Dr. Kim.
All right, thank you, Mr. Peterson. A few items that I'd like to really call to attention and recognize. And first of all, this is assessment season, and our teachers most certainly recognize that. We have our state assessments that are taking place, along with our students who are taking a variety of different AP or IB types of testing in this next few weeks. And so I want to thank our students. You guys have done a remarkable job all the way through the course of this year. We want you to do your best and show what you know, right? And ultimately looking for good results, and hopefully the learning you've had is going to produce that. I'd be remiss to not share our thanks to our teachers. All the work that you guys have done to prepare our kids, it's going to be demonstrated through this assessment. So appreciate, again, the good work that's happening in our classrooms. We want to thank our principals. We want to thank our classified staff in supporting our students, our IT team, and testing coordinators for all the preparation behind the scenes to make sure that we are ready to go and take these online assessments. Secondly, in terms of what we've been accomplishing for our student wellness and mental health supports over the course of the years, it's just been remarkable. And that's been part of our pillar of success here in Charter Oak Unified. And what I wanted to acknowledge is the ongoing work that's happening at our Student and Family Resource Center right on Rom's campus. But if you haven't known, we have opened up a second location on the Sunflower campus, a fully person-staffed resource center to support the needs of our community. So I want to acknowledge the work that's happened through Lisa Regosa, her campus, her staff, to making sure that we are identifying and supporting the needs of our families that are out there in our community. And lastly, I want to give a special appreciation to our employees, our teachers, our classified employees, as well as our labor partners. What I shared last month to this board is that we are experiencing challenging economic times. And this is happening across California. It's no different here in Charter Oak Unified School District. This current school year, our state budget committed just 1%, a little over 1%, in a cost of living adjustment. And we know that's not enough to cover even basic increases on step and column and employee compensation, as well as declining enrollment and other challenges we face here in our school district. We've had an expiration of federal and state one-time funds that we've had the luxury of having in the last school years and that have provided incredible supports to our students and to our schools. And what we've recognized is that those funds, having expired, are really challenging to sustain within our existing budget. We've also been monitoring, and I shared with you, recent developments in our federal government and administrative actions that may potentially leave or risk federal funding to school districts like ours. All that being said, it is certainly challenging and it's frustrating, and it's work that we are trying to develop as we work on the budget, as we identify priorities, and as we ensure that we can move forward in the future. I want to appreciate, again, the work from our labor partners. We've had great relationships in the past, and again, I want to look forward to ongoing positive relationships in the future. So with that, I want to conclude my report.
Thank you, Dr. Kim. That'll take us to public comments, and we do have a couple cards. Mrs. Hook.
Dr. Kim, Dr. Bond, Dr. Mustafa, Board President Peterson, esteemed Board of Trustees. I stand here today because COEA has reached a sticking point in our negotiations with the district. The district is offering us a 0% pay increase. We find that an unacceptable number. The district and the members of this board have often said, and just said, that you appreciate all that we do, and I don't doubt those statements at all. I want to provide a partial list of what it is that we do in both the elementary and secondary levels. Implement a new PE video program. Implement a What Are We Learning program. Implement new Promise Team Character Strong program pieces. iReady diagnostics and contests, Reflex Math, Frax Math. Teach curriculum including benchmarks, Go Math, Ready, CC, Science, Social Studies. Accelerated reading, weekly SEL lessons, 200-minute PE requirements, music, intervention, RTI meetings, SSTs, and IEPs, for which subplans need to be made. Report cards, progress reports, district-mandated trainings, Square One Art, SIPs, 15 hours of staff and grade level meetings at the elementary level, and 10 staff meeting hours at the secondary level. Extra recess management, cleaning our classrooms and making our classrooms engaging for our students. Adjunct duties, AM, PM parking lot duty and campus supervision duty. Lesson prep for rigorous lessons, often on our own time. Grading, scoring, and recording assignments, often on our own time. Sometimes purchasing equipment and supplies with our own money to get things done. WASC accreditation meetings, PLC meetings, department meetings, back to school night, meet the teacher night, open house, helping our students to be their best selves, and helping our students reach their potential and love learning. As mentioned, this is not an all-inclusive list. It feels like things are only ever added to our plate, never taken off our plate. Add to this list the management of extreme student behaviors that are on the rise. There is a frequency in which teachers, counselors, and other adults on campus are being physically or verbally attacked by students. There is a pervasive sense of feeling overwhelmed, overworked, unsafe, and burnt out. So when we are told that there is no money left for a pay increase, the sense of appreciation for all the things that we do is lost. We had a CTA finance expert look at the district's numbers, and he said there is money for a pay increase. The question then becomes, what else is the money being spent on? What else is more important than the teachers, counselors, and other certificated employees that there is no money left for us? Now and in the future, the district needs to prioritize the teachers and thereby the students before making decisions about spending money elsewhere. We need to be a budget priority. We give 100% every day to our students. We truly feel we are worth more than 0%. Thank you for your time.
Okay, Mr. Portillo.
Hello. It's a three-peat. This has happened, this circumstances happened 2 times in the past. It's cyclical. However, I do believe this is at a fever pitch. The problem is, Dr. Kim, he pointed out exactly what's on my list here. Unfortunately, I don't know in detail what the teachers do, but I don't deny their efforts and their hard work, because at the last meeting, I spoke to some teachers that taught my children, and they're still doing a stellar job. So back in the day, the bargaining unit, the teachers union, the president got my ear, and it was Mr. Constantine, a teacher. He provided numbers that, from what he showed, supported the teacher's position. And when the superintendent of that day learned that, he immediately arranged a meeting with the chief financial officer. So they were fighting over the numbers. That being said, I invite the teachers to show where that money's going to come from, okay? Because I know in the past, these school boards, all of them, I don't believe they ever kept money from the employees. However, it is a prioritization. I've been watching for 18 months presentations on financing, and it appears from what I've been shown, or what the public's been shown, you're at a dire moment. And not just this agency, cities, all sorts of agencies. The problem is there's been a huge failure in state government. It's been going on for years. So I understand you being on the streets. You need to be in Sacramento. Dr. Jordan had mentioned that there's a lobbying group that this school district belongs to. You need to leverage out that, and you need to be talking to your politicians at a higher level, okay? Because there is no money here. I do real estate analytics. I send information to people who purchase tax deeds, and wow, even real estate, your base of funding is in trouble. Nobody wants to talk about it. So I encourage you, demonstrate where those dollars are sitting. The board, if you approve something, you need to show where that's coming from. This will have to come to an agreement, and it will. Just don't drive yourselves into the ground, all right? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Portillo. That'll take us to action items, 8A, Educational Services, approval of ethnic study course. Can I get a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Can I get a second? I'll second. Is there any discussion? Dr. Aguilar?
Sure. I think I'd just like to say I'm really excited for the opportunity to be here and consider these ethnic studies courses that we got a wonderful presentation on last month. Looking forward to the opportunity to provide wonderful education in this particular area to all of our students, making that available for the 25-26 year. And looking forward to when students will also be required to participate starting in class of 2030. I think it'll be a great thing. I think, yeah, I'm just really excited. I don't know what else to say because I have too much excitement. Thank you.
Ms. McGuire?
I won't get choked up this time, I promise. I'm just really excited to see our district doing something that's so meaningful and very much needed for our students. And I feel very proud to be here in this moment.
Mr. Rose?
I have a question. So, at this moment, I mean, after reviewing the Board of Education, when they have that new course, I'm going to assume there's no textbooks at all adopted by the State Board of Education. Am I correct?
There is a, well, let me clarify. So what the state does take action on through the State Board of Education are approved textbooks in kindergarten through 8th grade in core academic subject areas, language arts, math, social studies, and science. With relates to other courses that local education agencies take action on and approve, local education agencies have to make a determination on what would be appropriate textbooks for those courses. So to answer your question, for these courses, it would be a local decision what would be approved.
That's what I'm not getting at. So in high school, you're telling us that there is no textbook, right? There's no textbook for the high school student. Am I right?
There are textbooks in consideration in these courses that are going to be recommended for your board's approval. There are no mandated textbooks, if I'm understanding your question, mandated textbooks from the state for ethnic studies textbooks.
Okay, I'm going to take that as that there is no textbook for high school students. I'm going to take that, right? Textbook. I'm talking about textbook for high school students. There's no textbook at all.
May I ask for what course are you referring to? These ethnic studies courses?
I'm talking about there's textbook for high school. I'm sorry. There's textbook for math. There's textbook for English. There's textbook for social science. As far as I'm reading from the State Board of Education and hearing from the discussion we had a couple meetings ago, I'm assuming there's no textbook for ethnic studies for high school.
That's correct. From the state, there's no mandated textbooks. Correct.
No, I mean, I have a problem with that one because there is an issue involving and there's a controversial issue involving already regarding to ethnic studies. For example, San Francisco Chronicle newspaper said that the state had found bias in the ethnic study classes. They discovered that. Then recently, there was a push to put Palestine, Israel into the ethnic study. Now there's a bill pending to prohibit that from going into ethnic study. Then recently, two teachers were disciplined for putting the issue Palestine, Israel in the classroom. sometimes there could be potential problems in the study courses. I think that it's necessary to have textbooks that is fair, editable, more midgets, teaching them all, and it comes when you release that textbook to teach them in the classroom. That was missing in this. So I have an issue with that.
I appreciate that. And I think the benefit of this is that we're able to gear our course based on the needs of the kids. And everywhere you go throughout the state, I think those needs are going to be different. So they can, each board can adopt their own agenda, so to speak, in regards to the curriculum and the books that are going to be used on that. I mean, that's just my opinion, though.
I think I have to add one more thing.
Yes, sir.
As far as I'm concerned, there's no topic on disabled people. I don't remember seeing one in anywhere in the course, outline the course. We do have disabled people suffer their own oppression, discrimination, and rejection in the community. There's none of that in the ethics course. That was missing.
Ms. McGuire?
Hey, thanks. In every ethnicity, there are disabled people who are a part of that culture. The state law actually says that we need to introduce ethnic studies, and disability is not an ethnicity. However, there are disabled people in every ethnicity, and I don't think that as we're learning about Latino influence in pop culture, that it is discriminating against disabled people. I don't think that an issue like this needs to be heavily politicized, because our students deserve to learn these types of things in a manner that is enjoyable to them. I found the presentations to be very exciting, energizing. I actually would love to learn about Selena and Bad Bunny while in high school at the same time. That actually sounds amazing. And to get a grade for it that is A through G qualified and could get, count for me to go to college. I understand your concerns about the textbooks. That makes sense as classes progress, but also it doesn't allow for the class to be flexible and add, for instance, new Latino pop artists as they come out if they're stuck to a textbook. But yeah, I understand your concern, but I think we have a lot of classes that don't necessarily follow one textbook. Our English classes have several readings. We purchase multiple books when you're in an English class. They don't just read from one textbook. And from the presentation that we had at the last meeting, it appears that the courses would be taught in a similar manner. I am a parent of a kid in the district, Caitlin McGuire, Woman of the Year. And I'm always buying books for English class. So it's not just one textbook. I think we read like 7, 8, 9, 10 books this year.
Okay, any further discussion, Ms. Rose? All right, I'll go ahead and call for the vote. Mrs. Zuri?
Yes.
Logan? Mr. Rose?
No.
Ms. McGuire?
Absolutely, yes.
Dr. Aguilar?
Yes.
And I'm also a yes. Motion passes 3-1 with 2 student reps in affirmative. I'll take us to item B1, approval of collective bargaining agreement with California or CSEA. Can I get a motion, please?
I'll make the motion.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Mr. Rose?
I'd like to talk about the Me Too clause. The Me Too clause is, I believe, is immoral. The reason I say it's immoral is because public school is a tax fund institution. And I'm talking about all public institutions in state California, the California Mental Hospital, University, to the Washington County District Attorney Office. I have an issue with this. I feel that there's a conflict of interest in the law regarding administrator and unions. That's a different issue. I do have a problem with the clause. With that, I believe it's not right for any public institution to have that in the contract.
Any further discussion? Yeah, with that, I'll go ahead and call for the vote. Dr. Aguilar?
Yes.
Mrs. McGuire?
Yes.
Mr. Rose?
No.
Logan? Yes. Missouri? Yes. And I'm also a yes. Let's go for it. Oh, I'm sorry, we're excluding you from that. But thanks for your input. Okay, motion passes 4-0, or 3-1, 3-1. That'll take us to HR B2, Resolution 04-2425, Certificated Employees Week and California Day of the Teacher. Can I get a motion?
I'll move.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? No discussion, I'll call for the vote. Missouri? Yes. Logan? Yes. Mr. Rose?
Yes.
Ms. McGuire?
Absolutely yes.
Dr. Aguilar?
Yes.
And I'm also a yes. Motion passes 4-0 with both student reps in the affirmative. Takes us to item B3, Resolution 05-2425, Classified School Week and School Employee Week. Can I get a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? With no discussion, I'll call for the vote. Missouri? Yes. Logan? Yes. Mr. Rose?
Yes.
Ms. McGuire?
Yes.
Dr. Aguilar?
Yes.
And I'm also a yes. Motion passes 4-0 with both student reps in the affirmative. That'll take us to item 14, consent calendar. Does anybody want anything pulled? Anybody want anything pulled? No? All right, I'll go ahead and call for the, a motion, please.
I'll make a motion.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Logan, I thought you wanted to say something, that's why I was looking at you. No? Okay, all right. All right, with no discussion, I'll call for the vote. Missouri? Yes. Logan? Yes. Mr. Rose?
Yes.
Yes.
Mrs. McGuire? Dr.
Yes.
Aguilar?
Yes.
And I'm also a yes. Motion passes 4-0 with both student reps in the affirmative. And we will go to board comments. Mr. Rose?
And, you guys are 6 weeks away from, moving forward after that, huh? You already have a plan in place, right? You look forward to that. Look forward to your graduation. And I want to thank the teacher and class staff for all the work you've done for those 2 years. I'm also a teacher too. Hard work. But moving forward with this, I work, I'll do what I can, educate the kids, and be more successful. I want to thank the board for working hard, and the team. Thank you, the team here, looking forward to work with you, much to come.
Thank you, sir. Ms. McGuire?
I first want to say that, on? Yeah, now it is. Ever since I have been on this school board, and I only can speak for when I've been on the school board. I know sometimes folks tell me what happened, a long time ago. I don't know. But since I've been on this board, our books have been transparent, and we have done a good job in reporting the numbers as they are. And I want to make sure everyone hears that. I am a parent in this district. As you all know, I am the mother of Caitlin McGuire, Woman of the Year, youngest in the state ever, and now on prom court. But I didn't do this by myself, right? Of course, I have a husband, I have a loving family, but it's not lost on me that many people in this room have helped me raise her. She's been in many of your classrooms. I see teachers that I've volunteered in your classrooms and helped with students from kindergarten on up. Many of you maybe heard the horror story of when I was a parent of a 5-year-old and interviewed kindergarten teachers before I let her go to Glen Oak. And that's a true story. And so my commitment to teachers and education has always been very strong ever since I pulled Caitlin from private school and put her in public school, which is why I'm here. Because I think it's important for parent voices to be heard on the school board when these decisions are being made. And we are in very troubling times right now, and I have to be honest. Education is under attack, from our federal funding to academic freedom to student safety at all levels. And I don't have all the answers to the problems that we have to face, but I can't sit here and pretend like nothing is happening. I feel like we're all at a point of privilege where we have to be able to talk to each other, have differing opinions, and then come to solutions. I know when I said absolutely yes, I heard murmurs that said, why did you say absolutely yes or just say yes? And it's because I'm always going to be here for the students. I talk to students every day. My daughter brings kids to my house every day. And so when I vote for those kids who are always in my house, always talking about what's going on in class, not just from high school. These kids have been in my homes their whole lives. So I want to leave us today with a quote from Jane Goodall. It is important to take action and to realize that we can make a difference. And this will encourage others to take action. And then we realize that we're not alone, and our cumulative actions truly make an even greater difference. This is how we spread light. And this, of course, makes us all even more hopeful. Thank you.
Dr. Aguilar.
Thank you. I want to wish the best of skill to all of our students as they enter this assessment period, building upon the amazing instruction they've received through the course of this year. I'm sure they'll do themselves proud, their teachers proud, and then as an entire community, all of us proud. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then congratulations to Arrow High School for their upcoming grad night. I love hearing that they'll be included in Charter Oak, of course, as well. I've had the opportunity to attend a grad night at Charter Oak many years ago. Great fun. And I'm really glad to hear that Arrow High School will also be celebrating with a grad night this year as well. I think that's fantastic, and kudos to the district for providing that opportunity. And then going forward, we've heard many comments throughout time over the past few months that speak to the challenges that are being faced. And that's very true. There are a lot of challenges, especially financially, in the educational sphere. Ultimately, I think any challenge needs to be met with collaboration, and I look forward to it. I'm glad to hear many of the comments that we have heard over this time that, while very passionate from all sides of any issue, still speak to looking forward to that spirit of collaboration, looking forward to navigating the challenges and finding those solutions together, because it does take everybody working together to do that. We've seen that time and time again, fortunately, right here in our own community, and I'm really excited to see that continue and see an outcome that is favorable for showing that appreciation. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Aguilar. I'm going to be a buzzkill here. The Willow family lost a very important person, I'd say about maybe 2 weeks ago. The crossing guard who has been there for over 20 years at Willow and Gladstone, Rosie Villegas. Her and her family are just phenomenal. I remember dropping my kid off every day, hitting that, whether it's raining, sunny, she was always out there. She would wave, greet the kids as they came. That was the first thing they saw. The woman was phenomenal. She comes from a phenomenal family. And the Acosta family, the Martinez family, all are fantastic people. And it's a great loss for not only for that family, but for the Willow community. So if it's okay with the board, I'd like to close the meeting in her honor.
I'm sorry, excuse me. Can we also add Erica? She's been in PTA forever, and she also passed away. She was a Glen Oak mom, a Royal Oak mom, and a high school mom. And she has 2 kids still in our district.
What's her last?
Erica V. I don't remember her last name. Angulo? Angulo, that's right, Erica Angulo.
Okay. Now to lighten it up a little bit. A couple weeks ago, Keith Smith, who is an alum from Charter Oak, had his football skills at, it was a clinic for kids at Charter Oak. So I stopped by to take a look, and it was interesting to see. It wasn't just kids from Charter Oak. There was kids from my school. And what really took me is that there was both boys and girls out there this time. It was the first time I've seen both boys and girls out there, and they were, doing this. They were competing against the boys. It was pretty cool to see. So I'd like to thank Keith and his family for bringing that skills camp, and great job by Coach Farrar and making sure that happened. Newsies obviously is gonna be good. The model school, Arrow, you going out there with us? No? We'll work on that one. And in regards to Ms. Hook, the work of our staff is not lost on us. 3 of us are educators. We get it. We understand it. But we also have the responsibility here. If it was up to me, it'd be, and just about everybody, give it as much as we can. And that's what we're working on to try and keep everybody happy. But I don't want anybody to think that we don't care, because we do. The youngest woman of the year ever. Okay. And my daughter, who was here earlier, are from our school district, and they are who they are because of you guys. And I can't thank you enough. Unfortunately, I don't have a big checkbook, but what you do is not lost on us, and I want you to know that we truly appreciate all the hard work that you give to the kids, and I see it every day. Every day when I'm dropping her off, picking her up, all the extra duty, or when I'm at the back to school nights, whatever it is, I see all the work in action. So I do appreciate everything that you all do. And like I said, it's not lost on us. So Easter Sunday, it's kind of odd that we don't have a break before or after that we've already had. Everyone's back in school. And if you celebrate it, please have a safe and enjoyable time with the family. It's supposed to be great weather. The assessment period, I was back east for my spring break for my aunt's birthday, and we came back on late Sunday night, and I had made arrangements for my kid to be on independent study for that day because I was worried about her, the jet lag, et cetera. So we probably got home probably about midnight, and I said, okay, you'll be able to sleep in? No, I can't. I gotta go to school. What do you mean? We made arrangements. No, we got state testing. We got to start working on it. So, okay. So she actually got up because she knew the importance of state testing and wanted to make sure she was there to perform. So our teachers are reinforcing the importance of that, and the kids are believing that, the assessments are important, which is something I'm concerned about at some other schools. But thank you for all that, all the teachers and administrators for instilling that into our kids. And with that, I believe our future meeting is May 1st, which is a board study session. And there is no need to go back into closed session. And we will go ahead and adjourn the meeting at 7:49 in honor of Erica Angulo and Rosie Villegas. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.